All right, folks, welcome back. Happy Friday, October 22nd. It's just shy of 5 p.m. I'm going to do another video directly after this, but I need to tie some things up before I do that. I guess what I'm trying to say is we're going to have a happy Friday. Let's open up a beer. And I'm going to give you a tour of the soybean round bale straw and my methods to my madness on how I use it and what I do and all that other crap. There's been a lot of questions about it, so make a video on it. Okay, I am 95% positive that I will not be doing any more baling this year. If I do, it'll be corn fodder, corn stalks. We'll see what happens. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I'm going to forget about that. Right now, I'm putting this baler to bed. And I'm just going to kind of show you some of the things that I do, which is going to be just common law, common normal nature to most of you. Some of you might want to see it or pick up on something. I don't know. Okay, number one, you couldn't pay me the worth of this baler to pressure wash the inside, so to speak. Not a prayer. Not doing it. Never do it. So what I did, I spent the better part of about 45 minutes on this with, compressed air. This is an absolute gem. I think I picked this up at Tractor Supply. I've had it for years now. Boy, does that come in handy. So yeah, I spent the better part of 45 minutes here blowing out every nook and cranny possible. And took the extra time. You can see billions and billions of particles here. The last stuff I did was soybean straw, and it is just nasty. So I got it all blown out. For the most part, I'd say a pretty healthy job. Everything's basically clean as a whistle for the most part. And then I gave it a small grease job on the continuous moving parts. I say it that way because there's so many sealed bearings on here, which I'm 50-50 with. I really like them, of course, for the convenience factor, but I'm also very weary of them. So what I'm trying to tell you is there's only 3 continuous moving grease zerts on this machine. Those got lightly greased. I bet you there's only maybe 2 pumps in there. Maybe, I doubt 3. The next step is I run it at RPM speed. As you can see, I've already I've disconnected the monitor. I'm very positive that I will not be going after corn fodder. Disconnected the monitor. The monitor will go down in the basement or, in the basement for safekeeping and warmth. This tractor is just disgusting. So, next step. Need it to get any worse in here. All right, now that's not RPM PTO 1000 speed there. That's going to be good enough for what we're about to do. Okay, chains. I've had this question multiple times. What do I do for the chains? I go the extra mile. This is what I get at the feed mill. They carry a lot of this stuff in different fashions. It's Class C Solutions Group's chain and sprocket lubricant. Works pretty damn good. Okay. Lightly greased, ran for a little bit. Excuse me. Oh man. Yeah, that soybean straw is nasty. Grease is where it needs to be. Ran it for a little bit. Got the chains all lubed up. I usually give it a good lubing before before every baling, and obviously when I put it to bed for the year. Ugh. Yeah, cleaned everything out. You know, even this even this housing here gets just caked with particles and dirt and straw and hay and everything else. Okay, the other trick that I use. Again, maybe common knowledge to some. Maybe somebody can pick up on this. This is going to cost you about maybe 8 or 9 or maybe 10 cents. This is a trick that we use for like hunting camp. When hunting camp is closed down for the year and we don't believe that we're going to go back in there for a month or two or better, dryer sheets. Tide Downy, whatever your pleasure is. Bounce is another one. I'm a Tide guy. We will litter certain parts of the camp with maybe 8, 9, or 10 dryer sheets. The mice hate them. They can't stand them. So what I've been doing here for a few years or so, the last thing that I want is for mice to get in here and cause problems, especially with the wiring. I've heard of some horror stories before, and I do not want to experience them. So either the dryer sheets have been working the last few years, or I'm just getting lucky. What I'll do is I'll probably grab 5 or 6 of them, and I'll set probably a couple in here, one in this housing here, a couple on the other side. That's it. This baler's ready for that guard to go back on and be backed up very carefully by the corn planter there, and there it's going to sit unless I decide to hook up to it and go after some corn fodder. The more I keep talking about corn fodder, the more I actually want to go do it, but we'll see what happens. The only other thing I usually like to do, in fact I always do before it gets put to bed, is I give it one hell of an outside pressure washing. I'd normally do that this evening here yet, but I can't do it. I've had some problems with my pressure washer, and I gave it up to I hope everybody has one of these in your local communities, to the small engine genius that works on stuff on his after work, his off time. He's had it for about a week now. I haven't heard anything from him, but anyway, I'm waiting on that thing back, and I'll probably, whether I do fodder or not, I'll be honest with you, I'll probably hook back up to this and give it a nice little outside bath. And that tractor is screaming for cleaning. I barely deserve to have that son of a gun. Oh, that stuff is nasty. Don't take after me. Put on a little respirator or something. Yeah, good times. That's it, folks. Just turned on the video quick. A couple little tricks of my trade. Nothing out of the ordinary. Anything we can do to keep our equipment in fair order, especially sitting over the winter. Kind of a big positive. That's it. I'm going to let you go. I got to keep my butt in gear here. We will do a video in probably maybe about another hour and a half. I'm going to put on a video about soybean straw and the methods used here, how we deal with it. We'll go from there. Talk to you sooner and later.